Hi, hello, and welcome. Welcome to Bad TV. I'm Dylan, that's Pat.
Welcome to Bad TV. This is us recapping Below Deck.
Dude, you mind if I blitz up a little bit?
Go for it.
I've had like 3 coffees today.
Oh, I just had my first energy drink. Hey, I'm going to turn that microphone off because I don't want any room noise. Go ahead, please.
Do you hear room noise?
I think I hear something. Maybe it's that gigantic fan behind me.
He's nasally, everybody. He's getting nasally. Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. We are here to break down Below Deck. What is going on with you, cowboy? That was can I take that back?
Go ahead.
I wanted you to talk about housekeeping when I said that. Very unclear, very vague directive.
I got it.
Yep.
Okay, so we are recapping. I think we're on to the last 3 episodes of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's been a decent season. Dylan thinks it's been a horrible season. Anyway, we've had a lot of fun recapping it, but what's coming down the pike is a show that we really enjoy. And that's a show called The Valley. I think that's going to be on the free feed just because so many people love it, and I think it's going to be a very popular show this season. But we'll be recapping that, and we'll figure out where we'll be placing that. But behind the paywall is our recap of Summer House. So you can head over to patreon.com/the podcast network, pay us $5, and you can hear our recap of Summer House. And also, a couple times a month, we do a show called Another Podcast Show.
$5 a month is easy to come by. There are lots of ways to come by it. Scratchers.
Mm-hmm.
Take $50, right? Go buy 10 scratchers. One of them will get you $5.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's a pretty easy way to go about it. But listen, if you
throw yourself in front of a bicyclist.
Throw yourself in front of a bicyclist.
And then go, I'm going to sue the hell out of you.
Yeah.
And then he goes, hey, I don't want any lawsuits. I got a house and a bunch of assets. Go, hey, I'll make it easy for you. Give me $5.
Yeah, people love our zombie corner. I saw one today. Well, actually 3 a collection, kind of like a network of spores, and they were at a bus stop, and they'd really taken over the bus stop, right?
You're referring to our unhoused neighbors.
God forbid anybody has to actually take the bus. You have to sit next to a guy who he was doing some kind of yoga maneuver. He was
self-help,
self-care. The problem is he was probably like 280, stained, scarred, track marks, burns. Ouch. I mean, anything that could happen to the skin, you saw it. A real kaleidoscope of awful on his back.
Well, the good news for us, Dylan, is that it was just released yesterday that Los Angeles County is in debt $1 billion. So I'm sure they're going to have enough money to solve all these problems that they've created.
Yeah, so move to Los Angeles, everybody. We love it out here. Let's get into the show. Guys, it is, guys, gals, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. It's time to get into Below Deck.
We have an episode. Boy, everyone loved that Chef Serena episode. Well, we're just going to be booking rando C-Rats from the past, present, and future. We have Haley Pinto, who, from that epic season where it was Alyssa fighting with Camille, and it was Frasier's, I think, first or second season. Kermit was the chief stew. We're having Haley on this week.
Yeah,
in
epic
studio, and we'll see what her future beholds.
Oh
last plug there.
Yeah, no, that's a great plug. Sorry, I pulled up my phone to get my notes out, and Instagram was open, as it is, and it was a picture of it was a video of a mukbang of people throwing up all the food.
Oh, gross.
I know.
What have you been looking at that your feed is
I don't really like this algorithmic accusation. Something surly is on someone's For You page, and all of a sudden it's because I, imbibe. And I don't watch people fucking puking up carbonara. I don't do that. The algorithm said, we've got a little curious monkey here. Let's throw him some vomit content. You know what I mean? It's not my fault. I don't like that. All right. Thoughts, Pots. I love this episode. This season has not really let us down once yet. Whean really has not let us down once yet. He is a surly little butt plug, man. He is he's very averse to a lot of the kind of commonplace responsibilities of the yachting environment.
Not only that, and I'm not trying to take over your thoughts and not still.
Well, you're doing that.
He is a
you
character.
are doing that.
He is a character in an Adam Carolla movie. Getting a text that is to apologize.
Did you just say an Adam Carolla movie?
Sorry, Adam Sandler.
Ugh.
No, that Adam Carolla character took $300,000 of PPP money.
Did he really?
Yeah. You shouldn't ever take any money from the government, except when I do it.
Yeah.
It was my accountant's fault.
No, and he's had a lot of really good movies that went directed to...
Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler took...
No, the other guy. Should we cut this out?
No, we don't need to cut it out.
Adam Sandler movie. Okay, so Vihan gets a text to apologize for telling him to go fuck himself and make his own cheese board. He proceeds to process that as this chick wants me.
Yeah, really quickly before we move on, let's do a which would you rather watch. You're at home, right? It's Friday night. You got a couple different ideas, right? You got 2 movies. You got Happy Gilmore, right?
Okay.
Or you could watch Road Hard. Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ.
All right, yeah. So I give this episode 90 putts. I mean, Whean was really kind of the Kid Atlas of this show. I mean, he's carrying so much on his back. He's at the focal point of so much drama on this boat, and his kind of delusional, unearned hubris is really a lovely thing to behold. 90 putts.
Yeah, he's living in another dimension. We talk about the walls of this festival, talking to mostly people that are cooking in that galley.
Yeah,
but he's in a parallel universe of his own. He's hearing and seeing things that the rest of us are not.
Oh yeah. I mean, imagine, somebody comes up to you and they go, "Hi, do you know how to get to La Brea?" And your response is, "I actually have a girlfriend." Yeah. It's like, are you in Fantasia, buddy? Like, what's going on here?
He's on Mars.
Yeah, he's on Mars.
All right, I like the episode too. The walls are closing in on Vihan. I think there is a possibility this man does not make it through the entire season.
I'm willing to put a couple shekels on Whean getting fired.
Enjoyable episode. I give it 50 nods.
All right, well, we start out with the rotting frittatas and... yeah.
Well, Dill, if you don't mind, let us
the curdled clotted cream.
There was some fun editing here. The show begins with quite the visual representation of all the beautiful life that we have on this planet. The stingrays, one of them took out that
Steve. I love money. I'll take all the money I can get and I'll put every cent back into conservation. How are we going to take that guy out? I mean, what's going on, God?
Well, he was fucking with its tail.
I know.
I'd stab him too. Hey, why are you messing with me, dude? Well, anyway, we have cute tortoises. We have some beautiful birds. And then we also have flies.
Yeah.
Flies.
Right.
I think those flies were treating that croissant like it's a condo. I hate flies, Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a plug for another show, Summer House. You know how Imrul treats women at sex parties. That's kind of what the flies were doing to that clotted cream.
PETA needs to give us humans some wiggle room on flies. I think they should allow us to kill flies and not look at them like they need to be respected like the rest of they hobnob on a pile of dog shit. Next thing later, they're walking all over your potato salad. Kill them.
Yeah, and I've done this hacky bit before, I think. And I'm sorry to the people that have been listening to us for years. Again, I love you and ask, how could you be listening to us for this long? I am flattered and confused. How did we give flies the entire verb? It's such a beautiful thing. I mean, think about the things that fly. Eagles, falcons, dragons. The verb of flight we give to this bug that bounces around on logs of shit. Come on, God.
And your potato salad.
And your potato salad.
If it was just dog dookie, I'd be like, okay, live, to each his own, right?
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
The wide spectrum of places they like to hang out.
Live and let live.
Kill.
All right, so the editing is doing Whean dirty. I mean, he is lazy, but they really lean into it.
Sorry, Dylan. I've got to create a new segment where Patty helps out sea rats regarding the flies, and then we'll move on.
Yeah. You really hung up on that, huh?
I am. Well, because I actually had this happen to me once. It's 106 degrees there pretty much every day. Add mesh food covers to the provisions.
I would say so. Yeah, they're fairly easy to acquire, be it Amazon.com or otherwise.
They're pretty cheap, too.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap.
We had a crab boil in our backyard about 3 years ago. I know. But we had like 20 guests over. The guys cook it all day with that pot. And then what he does is he just dumps it on the table.
Sure.
Like it's a pile of garbage.
Yeah.
And then within 3.5 seconds, there were 20 flies buzzing around the shrimp. And anyway, fortunately for us, we had purchased food mesh covers.
Can I tell you something? And I mean this with love and respect.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most chuggy LA white thing to do you could ever imagine. Like, you know what? I want to feel like I'm from Maryland. You know, let's bring Maryland to our backyard in Studio City. It's like so stupid.
We're always trying to find new things to do.
Okay, so speaking of handsome, William looks in the mirror and says, "Oh, I'm so handsome." Poor Alicia. Mm-hmm. I feel a little bad. I went a little hard on you with the whole crab boil thing. I think it's a great thing to do.
Hey, we had a good time.
I mean, you guys, did you do the hibachi thing?
We didn't do that. I think we're going to do that this summer.
Okay.
Too expensive, though.
A lot of metal involved.
It's $120 a person. That seems a little expensive.
Yeah. That's not even a tip.
Not even the tip.
You got to tip the guy.
Guys. Yeah.
Or girl.
Yeah. You can bring Benihana's to your backyard.
Yeah.
Hey, Del, back to the show for
You want to talk about the show?
Oh, yeah, I'll talk about the show.
Yeah.
So Brianna radios Lara for her ETA.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is my life playing out on this television show.
Yeah, this is one of your biggest pet peeves.
She goes, "When do you think you'll be here?" Lara's answer, "I'm leaving now."
Yeah.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Because you provided zero information regarding my question.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, when are you and Elliot going to be home? Well, I'm going to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, I had to go to that godforsaken goddamn fucking parking lot yesterday.
Which one? The one on Ventura Boulevard?
Yep.
I hate that. I am so anxiety-ridden driving around that parking lot.
I went into Trader Joe's because I needed to get beer for this baby shower we're throwing.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Trader Joe's. I get these cases of Stella. I've waxed furious about Trader Joe's so many times. They don't operate like normal stores, right? It's just a snack factory.
How's your day going, pal?
Nope.
Did you get all find everything you needed in there? Have a great and sunny, shiny day.
Yeah.
You know what? Go fuck yourself.
Okay, so I get the case, right? 2 cases of Stella. She scans the bottom of the box. But this isn't a normal store, right? They can only this discounted bulk buy.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense to these people. They're not at any other place. So it doesn't make any sense. So she scans it. She goes, "Uh-oh." I go, "What's going on? Do you mind opening them? I need to scan the bottles." I go, "Okay." I crack the thing open. She takes one bottle out. She scans it and types in 40. I go, "Hang on. I just want to make sure you're not charging me per bottle." She goes, "Well, that's what we have to do." I go, "Oh, okay. So how much is a case?" She's like, "It was like $45 for a case of beer." Wow. And I was like, "This is not how this is done. If I get this many, it's not how this is done."
Can I tell you something? Just an observation I've made at Trader Joe's. Take a look around Trader Joe's the next time you go there. You'll never see more unhealthy looking people.
Whoa.
Their skin looks like it's ready to fall off.
Okay. All right. So she goes, "Well, I can ask." I go, "Yeah, ask." She takes an X-Acto knife and just with a languid wrist smacks the bell like she's pissed at me. Oh, oh my God. All right. Alicia feels very bad.
I think her name's Alicia, but I'm not one to correct.
Let's call her Sue.
Fine.
So Sue gets a text or fires off a text. "Hey, feel bad. Go with your heart," right? And Wien interprets this as not only she's into me, but this is kind of the Bobby Fischer paranoia of, I would say, Bobby Fischer. He thinks that not only is she attracted to him, but that she is trying to make him and the other women aboard this vessel jealous. In a mere second, he is built the scaffolding around this woman that is, it just doesn't exist.
And you can't convince him otherwise, as Harry tries to.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Hairman is just having such a good season. Now, he's so great.
Now, I love Harry. I think we're going to be talking to him pretty soon, too. Now, Alicia tells us that the intent of that text was because when she came on this vessel, she wanted to make a good impression. And she's already ticked off head of department. Yeah. And I want to say this. You've made a very good impression on the people that are important, and that is us. I loved when you told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah. That is the most important. The audience is the most important. Fuck the sea rats. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All right, so fajitas are on the floor. The boat is rocking. Jason has to head out, find another anchorage. But we get back to the beach picnic, and Serena has brought England to the Seychelles. Can I say, I don't really have any idea how to say that. I don't really have any idea what it is, where it is. And further confusing, I have no desire to unearth this mystery of where we're at.
It's fine.
I mean, I haven't the faintest idea.
I mean, even when we go out to the nightlife in this particular place, I have no gauge for
Are
the
we
population.
in Africa?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in Africa.
We are.
Okay. Yeah, it's just it's crazy.
I want to say this, and I'm sorry to harken back to the flies. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but does the chef or the staff owe it to the paying customers to let them know that a fly has gangbanged that bundt cake for the last 20 minutes?
No, definitely not. Got to keep that quiet.
Ugh, but then you watch yourself eating it on television months later, like, hey, oh, man.
We tipped you $24,000. $24,000.
You let me eat that part of that bundt cake where there were like 3 flies there.
I mean, it was like an egg burst, and there were just, it was so gross.
Did I ever tell you this when I broke that girl's heart and dumped her ass, and then she was
Hey. Let's soften the language up a little bit, given the 99% female audience,
I apologize.
right?
You know what? Let me go take a look in the mirror. Okay, I just did.
Jesus
I apologize.
Christ.
Okay. Anyway, as luck would have it, I had noticed that my toothbrush was at a different position because we were still living together as we were breaking up. She was using my toothbrush to clean the toilet.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, you're doing fine, right?
Now I am.
What, did you contract something because of it?
No, I scheduled a cleaning just in case. I'm pretty sure I caught it before she did that to me.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. You got to get into the dentist after that. All right, so people are pretty peeved at Weehan because he is fairly useless. The crew is there at the beach setting up. Meanwhile, back at the boat, he's getting texts from Alicia. Narcissus drowned in his own image.
Really?
Yeah. Wee Man is not as pretty a name, but I feel like he could fall to the same fate. I mean, this man is obsessed with himself.
Johnny says something later on, which I wish I had written it down, but it was basically like, he's a good worker. He knows what he's doing, but he will eventually destroy himself.
He has the toxins in his head.
That's right.
That he has to purge. So we head back. J-Man's hot ass is joining for dinner, and the passion fruit rum is flowing. Now...
Bat curry.
I don't ever want to eat a bat. I love bats.
I'll say this.
They're so amazing.
I'd eat cow balls before I'd eat a flying rat, which is what a bat is. You want to talk about things that God gave wings? Why'd you give a rat wings?
Because rats deserve to fly too. We all do. I love bats. Get in the comments. Let us know if you love bats.
Was that really a bat, or were they fucking with us?
Oh, no, that was a bat.
So when did they serve the bat? Was that during the Fear Factor
That
thing?
was during the Fear Factor
So they
thing.
were feeding them fake hippopotamus eyeballs that were blueberries.
Well, those are tough to source.
Then they snuck in an actual piece of bat.
Yeah.
And if these fuckers say that it tastes like chicken, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
Well, I mean, a lot of things do taste like chicken.
I've heard that alligator tastes like chicken.
Alligator, frog tastes like chicken. I've had both. Snake tastes like chicken.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think snake would.
Yeah. It's just white meat. It's white meat.
I wonder if we taste like chicken.
I wonder if we do.
Maybe we'll get in a plane crash with a soccer team, and then we'll get stuck on a mountain. I'll have to eat something.
How many days do you think it would take you to start feasting on a rump?
You eat like my sister or something?
Yeah, long pig.
I think we can survive 2 weeks without eating and 3 days without water.
Oh, no, we can survive way longer without eating.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, a month.
Month?
Mm-hmm. But then I'd have to live with myself. And what kind of life is that?
All right, well, what about this? You're 9 days into being stranded. Your sister has succumbed to some exposure, right?
Mhm.
She's passed. The environs are humid and corrosive to uncured flesh. And if you are to eat a rump, you're going to have to get after it pretty quick.
In my luck, there'd be a fucking fly on it, and I'd say, no bueno.
Right, exactly. So do you partake in the rump?
No, I think I just died.
Yeah, you just...
I think I just died.
Honestly,
I take a long, I go, hey, everybody, I'm going to go take a walk. And they're like, where are you going? It's freezing out there. I know.
Can I tell you, too? If I was with my wife, then maybe I'd fight to survive a little bit more. But, like, God, would I give up so fast? What? People are like, you can look... moss grows north on tree. All these survival tips. I'm like, what? There's moss all over this stump. What are you talking about north? I mean, what are you talking about? I'm gonna walk into the mouth of a goddamn grizz if I don't just sit down here and give up right now. Good God.
Well, I got young kids, so I guess I got to stick around for a while.
All right, Serena has to make back curry and the anchor isn't going down. The gang is sitting around looking at turtle pics while Johnny... I mean, I'd rather eat fucking long pig than shove my hand even for a second into that chain.
I thought about that for a second. That is definitely against protocol.
No, that is no bueno.
That's how
can
you lose a
rip your
fucking
hands
arm.
off. Yeah, I mean, good God. So, Wheaton is growing on a dare a little bit, and
I couldn't believe she said that. What part? What part?
it's sad to see, but I think that Adair knows what she's doing. Yeah, okay. So there's two aspects of this. One, for sure, psychological garbage compactor, right? Mm-hmm. But two, if he's trying to enter you, will let you get away with murder. I mean, she's going getting coffees. She's got free reign of this
I like
boat.
this take. I like this take. She just, what do you call it where you just keep someone going thinking, what's
Hamster wheel.
hamster wheel? No, she
Yeah.
just keeps playing the sucker.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what's going on in Vihan's parallel universe, which is inside his head.
Yeah.
He's saying, look out, Elisa. She's coming for your man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah. Well, and he's also like, so how are you doing? And she's like, good. And he's like, we can't do this in front of everybody. You know, I have to keep my pants on.
Dill, that is a great take.
Oh, thank you.
She's playing the motherfucker.
I hope so, but I don't think that. I hope so. The J-Man gets a little info on the beach picnic, and it turns out that Wee-Man is in hot water. More on that later. It's time for the Jungle Safari. We have games to get ready for. Harry and we are tasked with, getting paint buckets of loose spaghetti ready. Wheaton is, he just kind of drifts off into the mirror and leaving everybody else to do the task. And Harry's, Harry's really stepping up. His woman, Big Red, is still very confused about what's going on. Does Big Red just want, like... Does she want sex?
No, I think she's, and I need this now with my wife. I need constant kind of letting me know how much you love me, how much you care about me. I'm very insecure about my marriage right now. So I need constant, I don't know what the hell word it is. But anyway, she needs that.
Affirmations.
That's right.
That's your detachment style, affirmations.
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah, okay. So
because I think she wants to get detached.
That's funny. So you guys are getting divorced?
No, never. I'd never let that happen.
What do you mean you'd never let that happen?
Well,
you'd kill her?
No. I don't want to be on a 48 hours. That'd be the worst thing that ever happened to me. I'd be like in jail. I'd be like, hey, let's check out this 48 hours. Oh, it's me.
Yeah. And then your cellmate would be like,
hey, dude, you're a star. Nah, I'm not a squat. Just killed my wife.
Yeah. I told you that. You know. Well, everybody get in the comments. Wish Pat good luck. Tell him not to kill his wife. All right, so she's going to kill you.
No.
100%.
She was looking at that insurance policy the other week.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it before.
You're worth a lot more
You're worth
dead.
a lot dead. Is there any way for me to get my name on that policy?
How would you do that?
I would need you to do it for me.
Oh, no. Then now I got two people coming for me.
Well, we wouldn't be coming for you. We would be supporting you. You imagine me and her Rochambeauing over your death?
No. If I die under questionable circumstances, I have it in my policy. No one gets squat.
Well, it won't be questionable. It'll be a perfect crime. So, oh God, I can see it now. I get you into a slightly adventurous hobby, bird scootering, for example. Right. And then one day, that we have I take the videos, I put them on our stories. Pat's getting into bird scootering. And then one day he's thrust into the middle of the fucking road. Pretty brutal. All right. Big Red is still a little confused. We mentioned it. Johnny is laying it on thick with Alicia.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Sue. My God, this Greek. And we're doing Fear Factor dinner, cockroaches, fingers, eyeballs. We're going to manage... and we're going to rummage around in paint buckets. Now, Serena pulls the bats. They're moist. And Johnny and Wien are listening to tortoise orgasms.
Well, they're supposed to be down there working, and they are, in fact, technically doing housekeeping, which brings me to my point. Men have fought wars over women, Dill. You know what else we've done? We've cleaned a stranger's urine off a toilet seat. That's how powerful women are to men. They can get us to do anything they want.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Literally anything. I mean, I know these fat cats up on K Street and Wall Street. They'll plunge the world into disrepair. But us normal folks, we're essentially prisoners to our wives. If my wife is upset with me, really upset with me, really anything I can do to remedy that situation, because that's just not a fun spot to be.
No. I want to be able to watch television and not feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see Severance yet?
No, but I heard the finale's fantastic.
Is it really?
Yeah. I you know me, I get bored, so I went on Wikipedia.
No spoilies.
No, I won't give any spoilers. But I read the whole second season.
Okay, well, I'm excited because
this one's a real fun one. You said it wasn't good.
No, it's been complete fucking nonsense.
Really, reading it on the paper, it sounded like a fun.
Well, I haven't watched the finale yet. I hope it really ties things up, but
I think it will.
It's a bunch of goddamn nonsense so far.
What you're really hoping for is what's going on with his wife, right?
Well, I want to know what Cold Harbor is. Mm-hmm. I don't even need the goats at this point. Who gives a shit about the goats? All right, come on.
Dinner.
Roast chicken and prawns. Where is the bat? I thought this was going to be bat.
I thought it was too.
Meanwhile, Jason says coconuts are more dangerous than sharks. This is something that we really have to use our platform to get out there. Sharks are not dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Hey, PETA.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
PETA listens because they thanked us for
hiccup.
shitting on that lady that was keeping that poor chimpanzee in her basement and feeding it at McDonald's. Hey, PETA, I know you listen. How about we make a deal here? We're going to get the backs of great white sharks who barely kill anybody, right?
Yeah.
But how about a green light for killing flies?
Uh-huh.
Because they have this famous advertisement. It says, if you like to pull the wings off flies, then I bet you like to kill too. And
who's pulling the wings off?
That's
of
what
flies?
I'm saying. I hit it with a fucking beach towel is what I do.
Yeah.
I eviscerate
it. Yeah. Great white sharks have been really cast as this great villain of nature, and I blame Spielberg for that.
Oh, he got blamed quite a bit for it.
But it's so funny the misconception that we have of these creatures. My wife the other day we were talking about an orca versus a great white. And it's literally no contest.
An orca will eat you.
An orca outweighs it by, 800 to 1,200 pounds. It's much more nimble. It's much more intelligent. It's much more sadistic. I mean, the great white shark, I mean, look at the great white shark with pity in this circumstance. The great white shark can do nothing compared to an orca. It is not the apex predator of the ocean. Yeah. It is chum.
Yeah. Can you teach a great white shark in a pool in front of 400 paying guests
No.
to flip around and let you ride on its back?
Too dumb. They're essentially the Quasimodo of the ocean.
That's right. We're advocates for great white sharks.
100%. Okay, so there's no schedule and no anything from Weehan. He isn't a fan of working. And then they can't get him on the walkies because him and Adara are talking about their fucking feet. This guy's feet are sore constantly. I don't know what the issue is.
Can I tell you something? Vehan is trying to walk a fine line here, which is the laid-back management style. But also, you can have that, but then you have to make up the difference and not give a shit for your laid-back management style. So when the team starts to slow down or kind of have more of a good time than actually focus on work, you need to make up the difference. And so he's committing two crimes here: laid-back management style, also a lazy asshole.
Right. And you can't be petulant.
And
you can't be petulant if you're going to be, the Fonz. All right, that's not the Fonz wasn't petulant. The Fonz was the Fonz. Water off a duck's back, most of the time. All right, so he heads back in and tries to mac on Serena, who tells him that he fucked up. And that's when he sits down with his team, and this is an MVP moment from Hair Bear. Weehan starts rattling off these defenses that mean absolutely nothing, and Harry just tells him straight to his face, that doesn't make any sense. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. He's it's like a Roman candle of, this doesn't make sense, and it's Lara's fault, and I'm not responsible for this, and you don't need it's just like, this man is perfect for this show. Perfect.
You're referring to Harry.
No.
Oh,
Weehan. Harry is too, but
I think Harry more so, because Harry is able to navigate kind of the troubled waters of back channeling and kind of backstabbing a little bit, one would say, and also come off as likable because he's doing it to the right people.
Yeah.
Remember, he spreads information quite a bit on this boat.
Sure.
Yeah, and he also calls balls and strikes, as he did in this particular conversation.
Yeah.
He says he cites communication as the main problem with VN.
Yeah, well, the J-Man ropes Harry into the bridge, and he drops a dime, but he drops a dime under duress a little bit. The J-Man really squeezes it out of him.
Yeah, Hot Captain Pants Eyes, he's like, it was like that moment where Robin Williams realized that the Matt Damon character in Good Will Hunting was probably sexually molested as a kid.
Sure.
It was exactly like that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't know that it was like that.
No?
No.
Oh.
No.
He saw something in him.
Yeah. Kind of. Stakes are a little lower.
You think so?
Here. Yeah. So Weehan overhears this dime dropping, and he begins to spiral.
Now, the editing made it look that way. Was he actually listening to them?
I think he was.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Yeah. We get to the fear factor test. This is gross.
Also, cut this out. This is so dumb. Who wants to do this on vacation?
You know what? I solemnly swear to never, ever accuse Bravo of needing to cut things, or God, I'm gonna eat my words here. But one thing, maybe I'll amend that. One thing I'll appreciate about Bravo and Below Deck specifically, they're not Love Is Blinding us. It's 42 on the button every time. Sometimes they extend it a little bit, but it's never. I mean, these Love Is Blind episodes were, like the Severance finale. It's but about Sarah and Joey talking about politics.
I hated Love Is Blind.
Oh, it was so bad.
I'm still traumatized by it.
Me too. I don't think we're ever going to do it again.
Well, I think I'll watch the first 3 episodes when it comes around again, and we'll see if it's good. Or maybe we'll get screeners by that time.
Yeah, screeners.
I do want to say, a good show, Dale, that we're not watching, that our friend of the show, Mark Wahlberg, is hosting, actually doing
Temptation
a bunch
Island.
of guest interviews and here with people on the show. I'm 5 episodes into that. they're already cheating on each other.
Oh, really?
Banging in the shower, and then the person
Whoa.
they're cheating on has to watch it on a video.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I never realized Mark Wahlberg on there is like a relationship therapist. He
cool.
navigates the young thotties through their troubled relationships.
Yeah, Mark's great. He was very confused with my energy when we talked to him.
That's right.
He thought I was angry, and I was like, I am, but calm down.
I remember that. It was really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. I was like, calm down.
Him and I had a great time, though.
Yeah. No, you guys had really hit it off. Okay, so we do this fear factor test, and the next thing I have is Gary getting a little, or Harry getting a little guest suite permission.
Yep. He basically asked Lara on the night off, can he come back to the fun room? Oh, those rooms.
Yeah, those
the
rooms.
walls could talk.
Yeah.
Or the banisters where the handprints are.
Yeah. And the flies. All right, next day. Happy birthday, Marina. This is really sweet. A lot of sea rats don't do this for other sea rats, so this is a good mark for Laura.
I agree. She had a tough week on our podcast.
Well, I mean, nobody's perfect.
That's right.
The only person that was perfect was who? Jesus?
Yeah, he died on the cross for all our sins.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so Adair is really warming up to Wien, and this is where, case in point, she gets to slack off entirely. She goes, I think I'm going to get a coffee. He's like, no problem. I haven't bed you yet, so absolutely go get that coffee. Because what's he going to do, come down on her?
No, you can't do that right now. Get back to work.
No.
And this is when Captain Hot Stuff, I got to give it to him. He has to explain to these goddamn millennials what a break is. Huh?
Can you believe these kids?
I can't believe it, man.
I think they're
like
Gen Z. I don't think they're millennials.
Oh, not like my generation. We worked. We knew what a break was. That was,
Yeah.
Wake up at 6 a.m, Dylan. I didn't even have shoes. I used to have to tie tape to the bottom of my feet. I'd have to walk to school in snow 6 miles. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Not like these goddamn Gen Zers don't even know what a goddamn break is. Drinking coffee all the time. I didn't even know what coffee was. You know what coffee was for me? I'd squeeze whatever fruit was rotting in the backyard into a cup, and I'd drink it.
Yeah.
That's because that's what my generation did.
Yeah.
Not like these goddamn Gen Xers.
Do you have a cold?
No. You know what? I do have a cold. I'm not feeling well.
Oh, great. Got a baby.
I didn't want to say that.
Got a baby shower tomorrow.
I plan on coming.
Okay. Well, can you do me a favor? Can you just elbow bump my wife? Don't hug her too much.
I won't.
Okay.
You know what coffee was in my day? I'd go outside, I'd squeeze a fruit into a cup. Not like these fucking Gen Zs. Don't know what a goddamn break is. I had to tape my shoes.
What? Who are you? I'll tell you what, though.
I'm Gen X, I think.
A break.
What am I?
I think you're Gen X.
Okay.
A break is... It's pure exhaustion. It's whether it's psychological and you're working at an insurance company or you're on an oil tanker. It's a moment where you need it. You go, oh, I got a break. That's the American dream right there. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Where are we as a country? I mean, it's just crazy. Gen Z's got it figured out.
When I worked at North American Insurance, it was so fun because I never had this type of existence. Prior to that, I had college and I did work study. I oversaw the recording studio at the school. I also delivered pizza, and that were my jobs. Then I get a corporate job in a cubicle, and you'd have to show up at 7:30, and they'd be keeping track of your hours, and you get written up if you showed up 5 minutes late. Mm-hmm. And then at 10 a.m., a bell would ring. That meant you got 10 minutes to yourself. And then people would all walk around. And then at 11:45, a bell would ring, and that meant it was 5 minutes till you got to go on lunch. And it was 40 minutes, and you better not go over that. And then at 2 o'clock, you got another 10 minutes.
God.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Fridays, you'd all get off and rip your clothes off and have public sex
fuck
at
each
Chili's.
other at TGIF's parking lot.
I mean, it's disgusting.
It was the blue drinks that did it.
Wien and Laura, someone needs to take control, Wien says. He goes, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody needs to take control.
What's hilarious is she's like, that's literally your job.
Yeah. Tony Robbins, can you jump in for me? Yeah, no problem. And then he comes in and he goes, it's you. That's why Tony Robbins, It's you.
I think his voice is a little gravier too.
If you want to take the boat, that's my Tony Rock. Is he talented?
How's he doing? Is he still around?
Yeah.
Wow, he's been around for a while.
Yes, he has. Really helping people. All right, so dirty little bitch. Let's get to breakfast. Johnny wants to take Alicia out for a drink, and he goes up and he asks Captain J-Man. Now, I would say you might want to check with her first, but I think that she's in like with the big Greek.
Oh, she's more than in like.
Yeah.
I think she wants to have his baby.
Me too. So the guests depart, and Whean has a little sit down with Captain J-Man.
Yes. He reads him the riot act. I enjoyed this. He was right on the money here. He tells him to quit bitching or he's fucking fired. And how does Vihan respond to this?
I am a good leader. I am a good leader.
Well, he says how does he respond to a reasonable request about tempering his negativity? He walks down the stairs and says he doesn't have time for this bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, he's a bad egg. He is a bad egg. Let's get to the tip meeting. Pat, what do we got?
$24K, biggest tip of the season, 18 and change each. That's a lot of money. Why did Marina get the helmet?
It's a birthday.
All right, that's a dumb
Captain Jason said, it's your birthday, so I'm going to give you the helmet because it's your birthday, even though he should have given it to Whean.
That's right.
Right.
Fully
earned. The heads of departments sit down.
This was hilarious. Captain Hot Pants goes, all right, heads of department, well, let's all meet up. Let's have a chat here.
Yeah.
All right, now that three of you are sitting there, okay, great. You guys figure it out. I'm going to go take a piss.
Yeah, I love that, too. It's a little bit like the Joker snapping the pool cue in half. And he just goes, you guys sort it out.
Great scene.
Whean is obviously on the defensive and obviously tells the women that they're not strong enough to work on jet skis, and obviously takes no accountability for the mistakes he's made. So we'll see if that improves. I think, if you want $5 to go to patreon.com/anotherpodcastnetwork, I'd say find some illegal online book that has these odds and bet that Whean's going to not get past episode 9.5, I would say. Love you guys very much. Get in the comments. Quick time for, the reviews have been coming in. We really, really appreciate that.
Any good ones or bad ones?
No, we got some good ones. We got some great ones, and really appreciate that. So let's take a moment to read this one from little Auntie Sally Joe. Love you guys, 5 stars. My husband and I listen to you all the time. You're the only podcast he listens to. Well, there are a lot of great ones out there that can teach you about economics or science or Spanish or how often people are murdered in America or other countries. But thank you for listening to this one, and that goes to all of you who are listening. Love you all. Have a great week. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Pat, say goodbye.
Later, dudes!